If you want to make at least $10,000 selling your own services online, then this is the video for you. Today, I will show the most commonly used sales funnels that takes your viewers from social media to paid customers. And I actually want to help you decide which one is right for you and your audience so you don't waste time building a system that simply doesn't work. You see, choosing the right sales funnel can be the difference between having nobody buying your services to people actually lining up to see what you have to offer. Getting this dialed in at the very start is super important. Now, the 5 funnels I'm about to show you, I have personally used myself, so I can tell you from first-hand experience which ones actually work and which ones don't. All right, so the first sales funnel, I can't even really call a sales funnel because this is so simple and so straightforward. Social media, i.e. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or wherever you're posting your content, and then you push them onto booking a Calendly call. So you have no landing pages, no email marketing, no webinars, nothing. You go straight from social media into speaking with your viewers. The biggest pro, the fact that you should be potentially using this, is the fact that actually it requires no graphic design skills whatsoever. You don't have to be techie at all. All you have to do is worry about setting up a Calendly link and then putting that link into your social media bio. The con against that, the biggest one, matter of fact, is the fact that some people who have just viewed your video may not necessarily want to jump on a call with you straight away. They may have to consume a little bit more of your content. It's actually really difficult to get somebody who has watched 30, 40, 50 seconds of one video on a TikTok or Instagram reel, all of a sudden to be jumping in on a Zoom call to speak to you and potentially being sold to on something that you have on offer. In my personal opinion, this one is actually really good for beginners who have no experience online whatsoever because it is so easy to set up. What I really like about this one is the fact that if you just have a brand new offer that usually I say to my students should be a one-to-one coaching, then this sort of sales funnel is actually really good to get an understanding exactly how your customers are, what they're like, what are their problems, what are they trying to achieve, what is their dream outcome, and just get a much better understanding of who you're actually trying to help. This is the best way to get started, in my opinion. All right, so the second one is actually going from social media into a long form YouTube video and then into a landing page sale. Now, instead of jumping onto with people on a sales call, what you do is you have a whole bunch of your social media links that point into one long form video. So say, for example, you are a personal trainer who is focusing on helping mums post-pregnancy lose that 10 extra kilos that they've just gained. Well, what you do is you post a whole bunch of short form videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, and every single one of them points to a long form YouTube video where you go above and beyond and give as much possible value to this demographic, these amount of people as you possibly can, okay? You gather awareness in your social media and then you sell and provide a whole bunch of value and build up that goodwill in your long form YouTube video, which then will be pointing to a landing page, which will be selling of some sort of coaching offer, a program, a course, or whatever it is. Everything is essentially automated as long as this YouTube video is done and as long as the landing page is done as well, okay? So all you need to do is once the system is set up, all you have to think about is basically making the most amount of viral social media clips that you can think of. Now, the con against this is the fact that you have to actually be quite good at creating long form YouTube videos because all of your traffic is going to be pointing to that one video. And if that video sucks for some reason, then you're not going to get any traffic, you're not going to get any sales at all because 10, 20 seconds in, people are just going to click off. And also you have to have a killer landing page that explains exactly what you do, that explains exactly what the benefits are to your customers, why they should buy from you as opposed to somebody else, and so on. So unlike the very first one, which is right here you have to be a lot more knowledgeable in terms of content creation, long form content creation, which is much harder, and also making a good landing page. This is effective and it's much more automated, but it is a little bit more difficult. Now, for me personally, this worked relatively quite well because it was very automated, but it was nowhere near as effective as some of the other funnels that I used later down the line. Also, what happens if your landing pages, for example, suck? Okay, or if something breaks down, or for example, if one of the landing pages don't offer a good, return, or they don't have a good price point or something like that, there is no way for them to actually contact you. There is no way for them to actually email you or get in touch with you. You lose that personal feel with your potential customers on a one-to-one basis. And that is, in my opinion, something that is really, really important, especially if you're just getting started. That being said, this is a relatively effective sales funnel if you know what you're doing. The next one is very, very common these days, and it's actually social media pointing to a low ticket offer and then pointing to a high ticket offer. So for example, let's say, again, same niche, you are a PT helping mums lose weight post-pregnancy. You're going to link them to a landing page that has a low ticket offer, anything between $1 to $99. And you're going to say to your audience, hey, I'm going to give you a customized paid plan for $37.99 or whatever, and it will give you all of the nutritional advice, everything you need in order to lose that 10 kilos that you have gained over the last 9 months, okay? And you sell on that dream outcome. And then once they have bought this for $37.99 and got a lot of value out of it, it's so important to make sure that these are super valuable. Then you go on to a high ticket offer, let's say for example, $300, $400, $500 a month, and you say, hey, how about we get your results much, much faster and make sure that you keep that weight off by actually having a one-to-one online coaching each and every single month for $300, $400, $500 each and every single month. The idea here is that from social media, you get a low amount of commitment to get a low ticket offer. And then once they have made that purchase, they have put in their credit card details, they have committed to something, and they have seen a lot of value, and you built up a lot of trust with that, then it's much, much easier for you to actually sell a high ticket offer. What I personally think about this, I think it's not bad, but once again, you don't really have that nurture aspect to it. Like for example, with email marketing campaigns, you have no choice to potentially speak to your low ticket offers. It's only when they come to the high ticket offer that you actually get to speak to your one-to-one clients. I would probably go for this one because it requires less commitment. You get people to buy into you by actually watching a long form video, which is anything between 1 to 4 hours and so on. Whereas here, a lot of people, even if they pay very, very little sum of money, if they pay very little sum of money, they're probably not going to value it as much either. This can be effective and it's actually very popular right now. However, for me personally, it didn't work as great as some of the others that I'm about to show you. And this one I have used effectively and have made over 6 figures doing so, and I'll tell you exactly why. What is the benefit of this? Well, you go from social media, and this is for my own Amazon FBA business where I was actually teaching people how to start their own Amazon FBA business. Every single bit of social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, everything I had was pointing into the webinar that I was running once every 2 weeks. On that webinar, when people signed up, they got to come onto the webinar, actually watch me teaching them more about how to start selling on Amazon. But the beauty about the webinar is the fact that instead of having a scripted pre-recorded video, I was actually live with these people. So if they have a question, they could ask me on a live format and I was able to answer them. And it very much changes the dynamic between the creator and the viewer because you are actually speaking to them in a live format. That sort of connection cannot be replicated with just a long form YouTube video. That was very effective. And then once I've given them a lot of value and I've answered a lot of questions, then I was able to sell straight away into my high ticket offer. And every single 2 weeks that I was doing one of these webinars, I was clearing at the very minimum at least $10,000 each and every single 2 weeks. So that's the positive, okay? Because it is relatively automated. Everything, you speak to all of them in one time, and then basically you sell the high ticket offer. Every single sale pretty much is a straight profit offer immediately. The problem with this potential funnel is really, really simple. Let's say, for example, you have 1,000 people signing up to the webinar. No matter how many text message reminders that you send them, no matter how many email reminders that you send them, no matter what you do, majority of the people won't actually show up, because what happens is you are asking them to move from a social media, which could have been anything between a minute video to like a 10-minute video, to now commit to a 1 hour, 20-minute long webinar where they actually get taught something useful. Now, this means that the people that do sign up are actually very committed and they're much more likely to buy, but the funnel is actually really narrow because a lot of people either forget about it, don't care for it so much, or whatever other reason. And then what you can do if you want to be really fancy, I would have a closer actually getting a call with each and every single person that have actually signed on the webinar and ask, hey, do you need any help? Do you want to buy? And so on and so forth. So there are pros and cons to this one as well. But what I really liked is the fact that once it's automated, it has the personal touch, personal feel with your audience built into it, but it's still automated enough to make a lot of money at the back end by selling high ticket offers to your most committed viewers and clients. And then you really get to fulfill on what you were talking about in the webinar. That being said, this is my second favorite funnel. My number one most favorite funnel right now that I have that has worked for me and many of my clients and has literally changed the game for them when we changed the system that they were using. A lot of them in the very beginning, they literally just had a Calendly link and that was pretty much it. They were making a sale or two each and every single month, but that was it. And then once we changed that to this new system, everything changed and it was really an eye-opener for them. And that one is really actually quite simple. And that is social media into email marketing, into a low ticket offer, and into a high ticket offer. Let me explain. First of all, social media, everything goes into getting your email address. That's it. Okay, that is the only commitment that I am asking for you. That is it. I'm not selling you into a webinar. I'm not getting you on a call, nothing. I just want to say, hey, if you are a pregnant mom, you just had a baby and you have to lose 10 kilos, what I'm going to do is if you send me your email, I'm going to give you 30 tips in 30 days to lose the weight that you have gained over the last 9 months. No commitment, nothing. All I'm asking for you is your email, and that's it. And then once I get them into the email marketing list, I will set up an automation that each and every single day, these people will get an email sent to them with something that is super extraordinarily valuable that people would pay money for. Matter of fact, these email marketing tips that I would give, a lot of people would charge like a low ticket offer for them, but I would give them for free. And the whole point of this is to actually get as much goodwill from your audience as possible. And each and every single email at the very end, I will push them onto a low ticket offer. So the likes of a course, the likes of a one-to-one call, or anything that requires a little bit of commitment that is more expensive than the previous offers, but anything around $500 and under. You are pulling them from a crowded place that is social media. You're moving them into email marketing. And every single one of you watching this video right now checks your emails every single day. So I know for a fact that you will get an email from me. Now, a lot of you may potentially delete it, not read it, but the ones that are reading it, the ones that are finding it useful, you are building that goodwill. And eventually you think to yourself, well, if he's giving me so much value completely free of charge, I wonder what his paid stuff is. And chances are that you will eventually buy your low ticket offer. Now, if you do not buy your low ticket offer, let's say in 30 days, I will still continue to email you once or twice each and every single week just to remind myself and remind of my own services. So for example, if I was selling, fat loss to pregnant women after 9 months, I would say, hey, how is it going? Have you lost the weight yet? Christmas is coming around. It'd be great to get you back into shape that you were 2-3 years ago, and so on and so forth. And I would continue try and push into the low ticket offer. So when that day comes and they get a negative comment about their weight or they can't fit into the jeans that they used to fit 2-3 years ago, they can quickly go into their emails, find one of my emails and buy that low ticket offer. And then once that low ticket offer is bought, I would then have a system in place to upsell into a high ticket later down the line. So if this would be like a low cost coaching program or a course or whatever, then this would be a one-to-one mentorship, a group coaching program, a mastermind or something like that. So what you do is you get awareness from people. Here you build a ton of goodwill automatically, but still with a lot of personalization. Here you provide a lot of value on their low ticket offer. And once they are starting to see results, once they can see that they have trust you, they have bought into you, they have paid you and you have delivered, they are far more likely to go onto a high ticket offer. Okay. Now, this seems complicated, believe it or not. However, what I have just shown you here, all in one, can be done in the same day. Okay, this is not complex stuff. everything that I've just shown you can actually be completed in one day. So what I'm going to do is in the upcoming videos, I'm going to show you step by step how to push people from social media into email marketing, how to push people from email marketing into your low ticket offer, and then into your high ticket offer. So you go from being a creator who literally just gets a sale or two each and every single month to all of a sudden having your appointments booked if you want to do sales calls one-on-one, or potentially going on the weekend, waking up to a new payment whilst you were sleeping because somebody just bought another offer from you. With that being said, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.